Hello everyone, this is Saheli again. Welcome to my channel. Just don't forget to click on the subscribe and like button to listen to the useful computer related tutorials. Very soon I'll be coming with emerging technologies like this Angular JS and this Python and DB connectivity and this uh, JSP. So don't miss on that. Just click on subscribe and like to my channel, and your comments is highly welcome. So in this exception handling, I'll be all discussing the exception handling methodologies. As I have discussed in my last section, what is the architecture? I have ended my exception handling videos with the architecture of the exception handling. So what is the architecture? All the exception handling programs, the exception handling program has a try block, and which contains the vulnerable code which may generate the exception, then followed by the catch block which contains the code which will be executed whenever an exception occur, and the finally block. So finally block will be executed if like whether or not the exception occurs. So it actually finally uh, block will contain the most important code, like it contains the most important code which needs to be executed. So like file closure or database closure code, this type of code we put in finally. So every try block should have one catch block, and it may or may not have this finally block. Now let's look at the practical example of this. This is a practical example of this architecture. So here inside this PSBM, or as I say, the main method, inside the main method, inside the try block, I have a variable D. I have initialized with this variable D. This, and there is an exception like division by 0, and I have placed another print statement after that, and then inside the cat statement I have just printed what are the kind of like exception occurs here, and then the rest of the code I have printed outside this try block. So uh, as the exception occur in this line, in line number 19, an exception occur, division by exception occur, and whenever an exception occurs, the control is just returned from that code, and it tries to find the matching catch. So I can see that this line 20 will not be executed, because as the exception occur in the previous line, so the control is returned from this try block. Control is not written, actually control is taken from this try block, and it tries to find the matching catch. It finds the matching catch from this here, and then it executes the code inside the matching catch, and then it starts executing oppose that, like it will be after this it will be executing the line number 29. So here I can see that whenever the exception occurs, the control is taken out from that code, and it tries to find the matching catch, and then the matching catch is executed, and then the rest of the code is executed. So let's run it. The output is has come as per desired. Here as I've said that this line won't be executed, and it is not executed, so testing is not executed here, and this division by 0 is printed, and then this outside catch statement, this statement is executed. So in this example I have practically demonstrated how this system, like how this structure works, how this exception handling structure works programmatically. I hope you we are able to connect with this code, like you are able to understand this code. And in the next slides I'll be showing you the architecture of this exception, like this architecture, the class hierarchy of this exception. Actually it is an object oriented concept, so everything is defined inside a class. So if, first of all, the object is the parent class, so object is the class, throwable is the child of this object class, error and exceptions are the subclasses of the child of throwable class. This exception is then divided into three classes: runtime, IO and SQL, and all the runtime exception comes under this, like array index, out of bound, arithmetic and null pointer. And all the IO related exceptions comes under this, like file not found, EOF and socket. and all the SQL related exception comes under this SQL. And this whenever we are designing an exception handling program, we have to keep this architecture in mind, because this child class, like exception handling for this child class, needs to be placed before the parent class. Otherwise syntactical error will be generated, because the parent class will catch all the exception of the child class, so syntactical error will be generated. So whenever we are placing the multiple catch statement, we have to keep this architecture in mind. We have to place the child class exception before the parent class exception. In the next slides, I'll be discussing, in the next videos, I'll be discussing this programmatically, how this programmatically work. I'll be discussing in details. So I hope you like my video. Just don't forget to click on like, subscribe to my channel, and your, as I've already said, your comments is highly appreciated. Thanks for watching. Thank you. Bye bye.